What's going on, Madden NFL 12 fans? ZFarls here from PrimaMadden.com with a tip on the defensive side of the ball for you today. So, before we get started, let's take a look at the game options under the settings menu. We're going to turn on strategy pad quick links, and we're going to shut off auto sprint and auto strafe. This will give us some extra control on the defensive side of the ball that will be much needed to perform these actions quickly and get our setups in place. Now, there's no doubt about it that zone coverage in Madden NFL 12 is improved and able to be relied upon in most situations. However, online players have now seen this for a couple months, and they're starting to adjust their offense to be able to beat that zone. They're finding weak spots in the deep corners and the sidelines with routes like slant outs to bigger targets like Jermichael Finley, Marquise Colston, Jimmy Graham, Vincent Jackson, and big tight ends who can really hang on the sideline like an Antonio Gates. So how will we have to adjust our coverage to combat these routes, these deep corner routes? Well, we're going to start out with a purple zone, which is a buzz zone or a curl to flat zone. These zones, however, are not quite playing as deep as we would like when they do throw out a deep corner route. As you can see here, A gets behind that purple zone and is able to leap up and make the catch. So, without any further ado, let's talk about wide receiver spotlighting and how we can use it to adjust our defense to defend that deep corner part of the field on both the right and left side of the field. If we only set it up on one side, they can just simply go to the other side and hit a big target. First, you want to jump into the coverage menu, which is up on the D-pad or Y, triangle for PS3 players. Next, we're going to press A to spotlight. Then we're going to pick the receiver who we want to spotlight. In this case, we're going to go with A for Marquise Colston. Once we select Colston's icon, we're once going to press A again to spotlight the receiver. So on Xbox, that's Y, A, receiver's icon, A, and for PlayStation 3 users, it's triangle, X, receiver's icon, and then X. Now let's take a look at how this will affect our defenders and if we can get deep enough to cover that zone here with a cover 3. At the snap of the ball, Colston releases. However, the deep safety then goes with him. Ladarius White steps in front and gets the interception. This has not been happening on the previous routes before, and wide receiver spotlighting can really help defend this deep corner tactic seen by online players. As you see here, we click on to Ladarius Webb, hold the L trigger to strafe, hold down Y or triangle to jump up and get the interception. Now, we here at Prima Madden have had great success doing this to both sides of the field. Here, the flat zone stays deep enough to undercut that slant out throw, jumps up, and makes the interception. I know a lot of people will say, this takes too long to set up, I can't get it done in time, but you absolutely can. It's 4 quick button presses that once you get into a rhythm and you actually try it out, I promise you, it doesn't take more than 2 seconds, and it's really going to add a new element to your defense. So if you are getting beat by bigger receivers to the sideline with a guy like a Calvin Johnson, you're going to have to use the spotlighting tactic to make sure your zones play deeper, go up, make the user interception with the strafe, and holding the triangle button or the Y button on Xbox 360. Now, we've all played the online player who has 1 or 2 good plays, but once you shut them down, they kind of fold. So if you can use this tactic, it's really going to make your game plan easier. You can get your opponent into some long down situations, start bringing the blitz, and just creating more interceptions, more turnovers. It's an absolute great way to play Madden NFL 12. They've given us the power with zone coverage. Now let's take advantage of it, take it to the next level with spotlighting. If you have any questions on this, check out PrimaMadden.com for more tips, and let us know. Hit us up on Twitter, @MaddenBible or @SGib7. We'll see you in the lab.